Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully it's all coming through all right, you can hear it all and all that sort of stuff. D.90 evening, let's go, he's saying. So tonight we are back with the Chewwitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup hosted by Tanso Racing Group over there on Facebook. Get yourselves over and like both of those groups, Tanso Racing and the Chewwitt Racing family. So we're back for round 6 of the Chewwitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, live from Brands Hatch tonight for a 1-hour endurance race. All 3 tyre compounds have to be used in this one, and it is going to take a bit of strategy. Obviously, there are people better than others. We've got the man known as the tyre whisperer out there. Can he get it right tonight? Can Rob Scott find the same cheat code he pulled out of the bag last week or over the last few weeks? Let's see. So yes, the Chewwitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup live from Brands Hatch. Let's just run through some scores with you guys. So leading the way is the cheat code master, Rob Scott. 1-2. He has got himself 163 points. Jack, evening. My guy Swifty sent me. Nice. Nice. You'll see Swifty do some probing with his alien Swiftness. He likes a bit of probing. So yes, Rob Scott sitting in first. Pajonski is sitting in second with 154 points. D.Racing, or D.90, sorry, is sitting in third with 150 points. Make sure you go and check his stream out over there on Facebook. He's doing his POV live of this race. He does it every race. So go and check that out on Facebook. Cutler is sitting in fourth with 136 points. Hatterlad is fifth with 105 points. What? 26 points? What? Cutler fourth, 126 points. Where did I get 30 from? Hatterlad fifth with 105 points. I have no idea. IT43 sitting in sixth with 103 points. Old Crawler in seventh with 94 points. We've got DK10 sitting in eighth with 88 points. All the eights for him. Ricky J in ninth with 82 points. Hope the shirt fits, mate. We've got Giraffe Head sitting in 10th with 62 points. And then if we drop to the other half of the table, we've got number 1 Pop sitting in 11th with 61 points. Alien Swift, the Probinator, in 12th with 58 points. DDR Hulky, he's not racing tonight, but he's sitting in 13th with 47 points. We've got a few drivers missing tonight, I think. DMK Aldo is in 14th with 40 points. We've got DDR One Eye Lou in 15th with 24 points, alongside Dazzler 67, standing driver. He's also on 24 points. Just behind him is Forky Jonesy, who's missed a couple of races. Well, I think, have you missed a race, Forky Jonesy? Sitting in 22 points in 17th. Sorry, 18th. We did have a... Oh, there he is. Sorry, 17th is Shuri. I missed him out. Apologies. He's on 22 points. And Forky Jonesy is on 18 points. Apologies. I've got those two the wrong way round. So that's scores up until this week. We were at Sardegna last week. Merch still available, peeps. Stickers and t-shirts. If you want any of those, let me know at darksmoker@googlemail.com. Let's get ourselves in the stream. Where's my pad? Here we go. Jake Gainford. Oi, oi. Hello and bye. See you later, Smoker. All right, Jake. All right. He's coming in. He's going. All right. Getting himself prepped up for this race. So I think we are into qualifying already. Let's turn the usual nonsense on. Two and a half minutes in by the looks of it. Everybody's still on outlaps. There is D.90. So has he got it plastered down the side of his car? Oh, he's got room. D.90 Racing over there on Facebook. D. Usually does massive great long streams, so he's probably streaming for a few hours before this race, and he'll probably be streaming for a couple of hours after as well. So go show D.90 some love over there on Facebook as well, please. Tanso Racing smashed over the back of Aldo's car. TRG, another one you should go and look at. Rob Scott, Dairy Milk, you can go and like their page if you like, but that just gives Rob Scott more chocolate. Is that the cheat code? Choc-O-Lat. Giraffe Head. Oh, there's a bit of glitching coming from you there, Giraffe Head. Seems to be you specifically. Everyone else who I've flicked on has seemed to be, there he is, the Probinator. It seems to be pretty stable. Forky Jonesy, I'm going to have to figure out why your name is Forky. Rob Scott back out, a fresh set of racing softs on, not gone for the super softs in quali. Oh no, sorry, in the Enduros we don't. So yes, all 3 compounds of tyre have to be used. Millerman, look at that. Biggest dark smoker of the league. That's the one. You get extra points tonight, Millerman. In fact, Millerman wins tonight. Okay, maximum points for Millerman. Fastest lap, pole, best livery, race winner, clean race. Anything else, driver of the day, let's just give him it all, extra points all round for Millerman. Bosh, look at that. There's Probinator trying to catch up with him. So let's have a flick through, see who is at the top of the field at the minute. It is D.90 Racing with a 138.5 at the minute. Cutler's second. Oh, I was going to say Cutler's just come in the pits. I think D.Dot's followed him in. Cutler's in second with a 139.0. Aldo is sitting in third with a 139.6. Giraffe Head fourth, 140.3. Old Crawler sitting in fifth with a 140.5. Number 1 Pops 6, 141.4. Ricky J is sitting in 7th at the minute, 142.8. Forky Jonesy, oh, he's just been pushed to, a few drivers have come through. Let's just flick back up the field. Alien Swift's gone into 3rd. Millerman had gone into 4th with a 139.2. Hatterlad's arrived at the party with a 139.5 as well. Aldo's in with that 139.6. Giraffe Head 7th. Old Crawler, yes. Oh, Ricky J. Forky Jonesy getting pushed all the way down to 11th then with that 143.2. IT 43 sitting in 12th. No hot lap on the board. Made a mistake maybe on this second. That 145.0 is the time I can see. Rob Scott, no hot lap as yet. So over halfway through this qualifying. Got D.90 holding that top spot at the minute with about half a second over Cutler. And there is Cutler right with him as well. So who's going to want to take the lead and give the other driver the tow? Nobody really. Should go for a lap with D-Dot, shall we? So he's onto the straight now. Heading up towards Paddock Hill Bend. Tricky corner this one. Sort of slightly off camber. Wants to push you over to the sand there on the left. Using all the track there for D.90. Hard on the brakes into Druids. Then down Graham Hill towards Graham Hill Bend. A little bit tight through there. Down the Coupar straight. Down to Surtees. I don't know why I said Coupar. It's Cooper. Nicely through there. Nice tight lines for D-Dot. He has still got Cutler behind him, has he? Yes, he has. So Cutler possibly gaining from a little bit of a toe down here. See D-Dot just switching sides of the track, trying to drop that. Oh, drop that toe for him. That's messed him up though. Dips a wheel on the way up Pilgrims. He's dipped a wheel on the way out of Hawthorns as well. Into the tricky Dingle Dell. Just again, that one just wants to push you wide into Sterling's, down Clearways, and then we're back onto the start-finish straight. So a little bit of a scruffy one there for D-Dot. Can Cutler beat him though? That's the question. What are we? They've got a minute left, so they can still get another lap in, no problem. D-Dot doesn't go quicker. Cutler does though. He sticks in a 1:38.2. The tyre whisperer returns. D-Dot's thrown himself in the sand for good measure. That could be him having to settle for second, because obviously this lap he's on now won't be a quick one. And he won't get the opportunity for another. Only 35 seconds left. Cutler still pushing. D-Dot's going to have to settle for second unless anyone else can take that off him. Alien Swift is just half a second back. Coming up to the line now, Alien Swift. Let's stay with him, see if he can go quicker. Oh, it is an hour lap, sorry, I wasn't watching. But he has got across the line with 15 seconds left, so he does get to finish that lap. Millerman just behind Alien Swift as well. He needs to make one tiny little change to make that a third place on the grid. There's Hatterlad in fifth, chasing him up and over the hill of Pilgrims. Oh, there it is, qualifying over then, so they do get to finish at any laps they're on. It's going to be, who's the next man across the line? It's going to be Old Crawler. Stick with Aldo. Can he better his fifth? Yes, he can. Throws it into second right at the end of qualifying there. So there you go. That result for D-Dot. Oh no, apologies. D-Dot 90s. We'll see where he comes back out. It says he's already out. Okay, so D-Dot 90 does regain second. He'd thrown himself in the pits. But so has Aldo. So this is what happens now. People have finished their qualifying laps. They chuck themselves in the pits, change the tyres to their recommended compound for the start of the race, and I then lose positions. So you'll have to wait, just like me, probably till race starts. Aldo back out on track. Across the first time in line. He sits in fourth though. Millerman holds that third. Still got a couple of drivers just in the pits at the minute. It is looking like Cutler on pole, D-Dot second, Millerman third, Aldo fourth. Rob Scott fifth. Let's see, he's got across the timing line now for his time to, was it DDR, is it Alien Swift? We might just have to wait till the race starts. Get some brown fizzy pop down. Other brown fizzy pops available. Right, let me get a smoke together while you lot are faffing. Just waiting for lobby to be set up then. So drivers into correct positions. So Cutler just reminding everyone that once they've left the pits, gone to change their tyres or whatever they've gone in for, they have to cross that first time in line for their positions to register on the grid. So I've done it myself. I've qualified in second. I've not gone across the line, and when the race has started, I've ended up at the back of the grid, and you're just like, what? So yeah, you've got to cross that first time in line for it all to count. Otherwise it's a bit of a free-for-all, and not messing about tonight though. We're straight in. Here we go then. 1 hour endurance about to start. Looks like everybody's out the pits except Cutler, so it is going to be Cutler on pole. Has he said all the right sweet nothings tonight? Has he whispered all the right things onto his little tyre's ears? There it is then. Cutler on pole, D-Dot second, Millerman third, Aldo fourth, Hattelad fifth, Alien Swift sixth, Rob Scott 7th, Ricky J in 8th, DDR IT 43 9th, Forky Jonesy 10th, number 1 Pops 11th, Giraffe Head 12th, Old Crawler 13th. He's had a good start. We've got a car stuck on the grid. Oh, someone's saying wrong grid. There you go, Giraffe Head. Whether we'll get a restart or not, I don't know. If you see the front runner ghosting out, then possibly. But it is Cutler holding the lead at the minute. D-Dot 90 in second. Oh, some tight driving going through Graham Hill Bend. Millerman holds third position. Rob Scott fourth. Hattelad fifth. Aldo 6th. Ricky J 7th. No, Ricky J just getting taken. Aldo going wide. He stays on track. Alien Swift on crawler. Ricky J 3 wide, running up the hill. Aldo better make some room. Oh, Ricky J dipped a wheel on the grass. Almost went sideways. Who's going to give up here? Anybody? Aldo goes through. Old Crawler goes through. Ricky J goes through. Alien Swift jinks out a little bit through a tiny bit of lag. Fortunately for Giraffe Head though. Oh, Aldo's gone off track. Is that Hawthorne's? What's that? Sorry, Westfield, he's gone off track. That's the one. So back up front it is Cutler, D-Dot and Millerman still first, second and third. Rob Scott's managed to squeeze himself through into fourth position. He's found the cheat code. Hattelad fifth. Old Crawler in sixth at the minute. Ricky J 7th. Being hunted by Alien Swift though, as is Hattelad on looking for Rob Scott. Alien Swift around the outside maybe. Oh, he's let his probe out a little bit too far. He's still battling it out with Ricky J coming up the hill into Druids. Who's going to win out? It is Ricky J. He holds the line through there. At the gaps already. Medium tyres on for Cutler, hards on for D-Dot. Millerman, hards for him as well. Rob Scott is rolling on the hards. He's under pressure from Hattelad though, and who's that in the background? Old Crawler. Hattelad on hards. Old Crawler gone for mediums. Should be able to use those to his advantage. Alien Swift is out on the medium tyres in 7th. Ricky J still hunting him down in 8th on a set of hards. Oh, Alien Swift. Oh, no, he's back on track. Oh, that can't be good. Number 1 Pops in 9th on a set of mediums. IT 43 chasing him down. He's on a set of mediums as well. Aldo in 11th. Set of hard tyres. Forky Jonesy on the hard tyres in 12th. Giraffe Head, unfortunately, typing away on the grid, everyone's just got off and left him. It's a bit of a shame. He's got a little bit of time to catch up. 17 seconds back from the leader, 4.6 seconds back from Forky Jonesy, so we'll keep an eye on that, see whether he can get himself back in the fight. Then back up front then, Cutler still leading, starting to pull a little bit of a gap from D-Dot. Different tyre compounds running here though. Cutler on the mediums, D-Dot on the hards, Millerman also on the, what were you on? The meter hards as well. We just missed Rob Scott and Old Crawler having a bit of a punch up. Again, it's a hard tyre versus a medium here. Rob Scott on the hards. Old Crawler slings one up the inside through Graham Hill Bend. Can he keep the power down? No, unfortunately not. Old Crawler yeeted his Mini in full go-kart fashion up the inside of Rob Scott. Oh my god, it's kicking off behind as well. There's a punch up. These three wide through Surtees. It's all kicking off here at Brands Hatch. We're only 4.5 minutes in. Hatterlad pushed all the way down to 9th. Qualified in 5th, did Hatter. I think it was 5th. Oh, D-Dot's made a mistake. He's put it backwards. Oh, he's got it wrong at Dingle Dell. It's one of the tricky corners. He spun it backwards. He's got himself a bit of front end damage to contend with as well, and he's lost all sorts of positions while getting that car back on track. He will be cursing, I can imagine, from his cockpit. Down to 11th then. Will he bother to repair? I wouldn't have thought so. He's going to wait until he needs some tyres. He's under a bit of pressure from Forky Jonesy here as well. Half a second back and closing is Forky Jonesy. Oh, he's losing a bit of time now. So look at the gap Cutler's got now. 3.2 seconds clear from now second place Millerman. Again, he's actually won tonight. We know he's won tonight. Just look at his livery. Come back anytime you like, Millerman. Rob Scott then up into 3rd. Still under a bit of pressure here from Old Crawler and Alien Swift. We have seen a bit of glitching from Alien, so let's hope the other drivers can actually see him. We've had that before where drivers cannot be seen. Oh, IT43 dipping a wheel on the grass through there as well. Let's get ourselves on board with a bit of Alien Swift. Watch this battle from roof cam. Just trying to slot one up the inside of Old Crawler down into Surtees. Apologies for the camera shaking us. Trying to get a good shot. Difficult when the cars are side by side, so he does make it through there. Alien Swift up into 4th then. Old Crawler now 5th. Number 1 Pop's closing up on this battle as well. Hatterlad and IT43. Oh, so Alien Swift goes wide. I was going to say it might even be a disconnect, but there you go. That's what other drivers might be seeing. Him drive on the grass and sand like this, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's back in the race. So that's sending my eyes jinky, so I'm not going to stay on that for too long. So this seems to be where the battle is then for 3rd in the minute. Rob Scott just fending off about 6 drivers. Big gaps here at the front. 4.1 seconds Cutler has now over Millerman. Again, different tyre strategies being used here. So I'll be interested to see how it all plays out at the end of the race. Let's go and have a look at Giraffe Head to see how he's getting on. So he's closing up on Forky Jonesy, 2.6 seconds. Forky Jonesy is only 7 seconds back from D-Dot, so D-Dot's starting to thrash it back through the field then, or trying to. Again, long race here, we're not even 10 minutes in. There is Giraffe Head on the hunt then. Again, just a little slip up at the start of the race. We think wrong grid. So Giraffe Head put it in the chat, but unfortunately while Giraffe Head was putting it in the chat, the race started and we didn't get a restart. So maybe Giraffe Head didn't cross that first timing line and ended up where he shouldn't, I'm not sure. So, look at the gap, 4.5 seconds. Boring race, if you like, from the front two. It's all here. Oh, Alien Swift going wide. Oh, IT43 dipping a wheel as well. You can see how tricky it is to just try and keep these things in a straight line once they hit the grass. But Rob Scott still fending off this pack of hungry minis behind him. They want his chocolate and they want it bad. No, get off my dairy milks. Coasting it through Surtees, trying to blow his tyres out too much. Old Crawler sweeps one back up the inside of Alien Swift. Not quite a yeeting go-kart move that we saw earlier, but it's a good move nonetheless. Old Crawler then back up into 4th position. This is an absolute fight here. Who's been dropped off the back of this pack? It's IT43, unfortunately. Again, nowhere for Old Crawler to go as he looks to make the pass on Rob Scott. Tighter through there. Can he hold it? Not quite. Has to drop himself back in the slipstream. Up into Dingle Dell then. Again, this is where we saw D-Dot go off just a second ago. Put damage on his car. Now he's got to try and fight his way back towards this pack. Everybody looking for a way through here, but everyone wanting to keep the slipstream as well. IT43 just starting to join the back of this pack as well. Look at that. Imagine seeing that in your rear view mirror. DK10, how you doing? Let's go Frank Old Crawler. Ooh, Rob Scott exploring those track limits on the exit. Up into Druids. Still fends off 3 wide on the way out, Druids. Alien Swift's got to be careful here. He's got the inside line, but he's got Hatterlad and Old Crawler looking for a way through. Pops has managed to squeeze through on the way through. What's it called? Paddock Hill. It's a right old punch up through there. Let's get ourselves on board with IT43 and we'll see what it's like from the back end of the field on the hunt. There's another 3 drivers behind him, Aldo, D-Dot, and is that Forky Jonesy? Probably. Looking for a way past Old Crawler, thinks about going up the inside. Oof. Getting Hatterlad dips a wheel, he has to swing it back across on track. Up into Dingle Dell, this is that tricky corner, you got to get it just right. To Sterling's then, still chasing this pack down is IT43. Off, dips a wheel on the grass, loses a bit of speed. Into the final turn on this circuit then. Rob Scott throws himself into the pits. He's getting rid of that set of mediums. You mediums or you hards? Or your hard tyres? You can see them jostling for position, looking for any way through, but they don't want to go too hot into Paddock Hill. That's not Alien Swift, sorry, it's number 1 Pops. Oh, he's gone a bit wide, he's managed to gather it up. Maybe a tiny bit of love tap between himself and Hatterlad. But Hatterlad gets himself through into 3rd then. Still being hunted by Alien Swift and Old Crawler. Let's go and have a run through the field. We've been with you guys enough. Let's not have that view either. So Cutler then. 5.6 seconds up the road on a set of mediums. Millerman on his set of hards, doing what he can to stay with him. Great big gap back to Hatterlad now in 3rd though. These boys are only going to lose time with the battling they're having. So Alien Swift got himself past Hatterlad. Can he hold it? Yes he can. Alien Swift up into 3rd then on the mediums. He's got wide. Can he hold it? He does. Does he fend him off? And he does. So lucky there for Alien Swift. Hatterlad pushed down to 4th. Old Crawler still looking for a way through. IT43 up into 6th with number 1 Pops. Little mistake into Paddock Hill. The Maniac, that is D.90 up into 8th, hunting down this pack on that set of hards with a little bit of damage. Oh no, it's Aldo and Ricky J he's battling with. Flipping it. Aldo's, sorry, D.Dot's gone for a right session. 11th and a little way back, and he's in 9th already. Aldo in, he's in 8th. Aldo in 9th, Ricky J in 10th. Rob Scott back out the pits on a set of medium tyres in 11th. Giraffe Head 12th, so he has made up a position, and Forky Jonesy in 13th. Back with race leader. Who've we got? Who've we got? DMK, yes. Dane. Driver of the day will catch from all this fighting. Well, oh, D-Dot, sorry. D-Dot will catch from all this fighting. Yeah, definitely. He definitely will, Dane. Waldemar, evening. How you doing? Cheers for stopping in. We are just watching race leader Cutler starting to storm away with this one. 15 minutes in, and he's got a 6.4 second lead on a set of semi-worn mediums. Unfortunately, D-Dots ended up in the wall at well, here, in fact, Dingledell. So that allowed Millerman through. Hatterlad then, he's got himself back past Old Crawler and Alien Swift, still kicking off here for this third position. Again, oh, D-Dot in the background. Stuck another wheel on the grass. Nearly did exactly the same thing as last time, I think. But it is kicking off here for this third position. Hatterlad on the hards. He stops out. Everyone else follows him through as well. Nobody comes in yet. I think it is just Rob Scott that has pit. The longer these boys stay out, the easier it'll be for him to catch up with his pack. Right, let's see how... Where's he gone? How D-Dot carves his way through this pack. So he's got himself past Alien Swift. He's got himself past number 1 Pops. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between Alien Swift and number 1 Pops. Number 1 Pops going sideways through through Graham Hill. So D-Dot back up to 6th. Still a decent bit of wear on those mediums. A bit of life left on those, hard tyres. Getting it all wrong tonight. Now he's hunting down IT43, Old Crawler and Hatterlad. I hope there's no team orders here, D-Dot Racing. A lot of these boys in front do have DDR on their name. I hope you're not on radio comms and going, get out of the way, captain speaking. Or anything like that. Up the inside of Hatterlad. Oh, not quite. Hatterlad comes back, takes that position back off him through Dingle. Oof, who's that? Is that that wasn't Hatterlad that just went flying off track. Who was that? Was it Alien Swift? Possibly. Tyres very worn out. He comes in the pits to get rid of them. Well, it might have even been number 1 Pops. Cutler still out on those mediums. Still plenty of life left in those. Plenty of life left in Millerman's hards as well, but still losing time to the front runner. Old Crawler into 3rd position then. See, this battling behind has allowed all sorts of shenanigans to occur. D-Dot up into 4th. Team orders happening. Don't listen to him, Old Crawler. You get off of me. I know you've got D-Dot Racing on your car, but don't have it. D-Dot then doing what he can to gain as many points back as possible. Again, was in 11th a few minutes ago. Where's Rob Scott now? Where's he in the field? So into 9th on the tail of Ricky J for that position. Ricky J yet to pit. Rob Scott now on a set of medium tyres versus Ricky J's worn hards. He needs to make them work quickly. He needs to make that move on Ricky J, which he does up towards Dingle. Cuts him off though. Doesn't want to get stuck behind Ricky J for too long. And that fresh set of tyres. And look at it, still kicking off for that third position up front. Old Crawler has managed to get away though. 2-second gap to 2.3 seconds. Oh, he'll be glad about that. Fresh air between himself and that battling 4. And again, if they all stay together, they will stay battling. So there you go. IT43 was holding that third. Hatalad's come through a little bit wide there for IT43 into Paddock Hill, that's for sure. Let's get ourselves on with these boys. So on with Hatalad. Chasing 3 drivers, IT43, Aldo and D.90. Everyone taking a different approach into Surtees. Slipstream coming into effect now then. Can IT43 use it to his advantage? Closes up on Old Crawlers. They come back up the hill. Not close enough this lap. Nor's Aldo. Ooh. Everybody exploring those track limits. Aldo fires himself up the inside of IT43. Is it going to be enough? IT43 says, nope, I'm keeping my foot down. You're not having that position yet. But again, that just allows Hatalad to break away a tiny little bit. It's only just over half a second, but it's enough to give him that clear streak without having to worry about drivers directly behind him, trying to squeeze one up the inside through turns. He needs to start stretching that out. Again, the drivers behind will have the slipstream on him. And they are bringing that time back down again. Old Crawler in the meantime. Still holding a bit of a gap. Oh, very wide there for Hatalad. Old Crawler's 2.3 second gap though has come down to 1.8. So I think he was on medium tyres, was Old Crawler. I think they're probably seen their best so far. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, he's on a set of mediums, although they're in a very similar position to Hatalad's hards. Still kicking off here. Rob Scott on his fresh set of mediums has managed to close the gap back up on this lot. 1.1 seconds down. These 4 drivers in front not stopped yet. And again, battling. So this is just going to work in Rob Scott's favour. Again, he's got to think about getting past this lot ASAP on that fresh set of tyres. Doesn't want to be stuck behind this battling pack. Board with the chocolate monster now as he hunts down those 4 drivers. D-Dot managed to squeeze up a position, gets himself past DMK Aldo into 6th position. Rob Scott just half a second back now. We may see some of these drivers ditch themselves in the pits. So we'll see if anyone takes... No, everyone stays out. Looking for that little bit of slipstream. Rob Scott able to brake later, accelerate earlier, turn tighter. Oh, Hatalad's run himself off track, so there's a position up for Rob Scott without even trying. As easy as it slings one up the inside, thinks about it on Aldo. Aldo closes the door on him. Runs himself side by side with D-Dot in the process. D-Dot carries the speed down the hill. Again, tyres wearing out, they're going to struggle to grip. Scott's car just has a little bit more composure around these turns. Oh, he's on the marbles though, cuts it tight on the exit. Is it enough? Can he carry the speed? Is he going to risk it? He's thinking about it. Backs off, maybe looking to get D-Dot to make a mistake. Oh, again, a dip of the wheel. Tries to go up the inside. Oh, through there. D-Dot again almost runs off track trying to defend it. And I know, regardless of position, I know they just love this kind of bumper-to-bumper racing. I know I do. Again, Rob Scott looks up the inside. Try not to blow those tyres out too early, hunting these three down. You may see drivers coming back in the pits, are we? IT43's coming in, he's put his indicator on, so good signal. Oh, side by side then with D-Dot. Who's got the bigger cojones? It's Rob Scott at the minute. Side by side as they run up the hill towards Druids. Again, it's all about who's going to outbrake who into this turn. And it is Rob Scott. Although, where the hell's D-Dot gone? He's trying to run around the outside, but it's not worked. Those tyres of Rob Scott's just working now. The drivers he's involved with are struggling. Let's back up to the front then. We're on with race leader Cutler, still on that set of mediums. 35 minutes left to race, so been on those 25 minutes. 8.7 second lead he's got. Let's have a look at lap time. So he's lost a few seconds, just put a 1:42 in, so a little mistake maybe from Cutler on lap 14. It's cost him a couple of seconds, so we might see him come in the pits to get rid of those tyres. No, he's quite happy on them. Millerman stopped out as well on his hards. He's not pit yet. Again, they have an 11.4 second advantage over the battle for third. Old Crawler still holding on to that one. He's now got himself another 2.5 second lead over Aldo. Aldo still being pressured by Rob Scott for that position as well. Fresh tyre versus worn tyre. Old Crawler's in the pits this lap anyway. Rob Scott pressuring Aldo down the straight. Is he going to switch back up the inside? No, he's looking to run back around the outside. And back up the hill. Not carried the speed though this time, Rob Scott. Aldo holds on to third. Rob Scott fourth. D-Dot in fifth. Again, done pretty well on those hards. Had a little bit of damage. Ended up in 11th from second. There goes Rob Scott straight through at Graham Hill Bend into third for him then. Old Crawler back out the pits with a fresh set of mediums on from into sixth. Not sure where Alien Swift thinks he's going. Ricky J in seventh, not stopped yet. IT43 just come out with a fresh set of hards on. Hatterlad. Oh yeah, Alien Swift is back on track. He's got a penalty. He's running a bit. Oh no, it is just glitching still. IT43 then on a fresh set of hards. Hatterlad, fresh set of mediums. Giraffe Head has got a fresh set of mediums on. Oh, Alien Swift's left the room. The Probinator. Number one pops on a reasonably fresh set of hards. And Forky Jonesy on a fresh set of mediums. Ah, it's a shame about Alien Swift. Cutler then into the pits this lap. He's taking on board a set of mediums. Millerman goes through to take race lead, but not stopped yet on those hards. And he has now, that gap will get slightly bigger. He has now a 6-second lead over Cutler, but obviously he's not going to keep that once he comes in the pits. Old Crawler, I think he's had to pit twice. I think he's put the wrong set of tyres on for his second stint. Again, you have to use all three soft, medium and hard tyre throughout the race. You can only use one compound, one set of each compound. So yes, I think Old Crawler, I saw him come in the pits and come out with a set of mediums on. Didn't question it, but I've just seen him go back in as well, so I'm assuming he had a set of mediums on for first stint and he came out with a set of mediums for second stint. It does look like most drivers are trying to save their softs to the very last bit of the race. Rob Scott then holding third, 13 seconds back. So he stopped quite early on that set of hards, got rid of those. What, 15 minutes in, I think? Threw himself out on this set of mediums. Hauled his way back to third. 8 seconds down from Cutler, who's now on a set of hard, so we'll see how he can make them work against those. And he might even be able to catch up to Millerman, again, who's not stopped on those hard tyres yet. Aldo holding fourth, D-Dot still rolling around on his set of hards. Everybody seems to be running their tyres pretty long tonight. Hatterlad spun himself off track, but he's back in the fight. He's into sixth though. He was, well, I think he was about fourth or fifth, depending who was punching who in that little fight earlier. But he's now trying to defend from IT43 in seventh and Ricky J in eighth. Well, Ricky J might struggle. His tyres are looking a little beaten up. Worn out set of hards on then Ricky J. Giraffe Head again making up a couple of positions into ninth. Old Crawler, yeah, so Old Crawler come back out in the pits. I saw him going with a set of mediums. He's back out on a set of hards, so that's definitely what's happened, unfortunately. So that's Old Crawler. He's pretty much taken his race, screwed it up, thrown it in the bin, and then pulled it out and carried on racing, unfortunately. Pops then in 11th, 7 seconds back from the fight between Old Crawler and Giraffe Head. And Forky Jonesy, unfortunately, 41.8 seconds down. And yeah, we've lost an Alien Swift from this one. His connection wasn't looking too strong, bit of glitching. And then all of a sudden, bosh, gone. So the gap between Millerman and Cutler coming down rapidly. Millerman yet to stop on that set of hard tyres. Pushing those to the absolute extreme, but he's losing a lot of time to Cutler. That gap down to 3 seconds now. He will have the faster tyres to play with once he comes back out on track. Tyre whisperer, that is Cutler 182. He's G-code himself, Rob Scott. Starting to see the wear on those mediums of his, so that only gives him the softs left to play with. Get about 18 minutes, about 15 to 18 minutes of good life out of a set of softs. 20 minutes at a push, maybe. So we'll see how they get on. 28 minutes remaining. Aldo holding fourth, out on his own now a little bit. Hatterlad behind him in fifth. So he's now starting to show a little bit of wear on those mediums as well. IT43 in sixth. Ricky J seventh, still not stopped on those hards. Millerman in now. Right, let's just keep an eye on this. Where's he gonna come out? Rob Scott goes round the final bend, over the line, and will take second place. Millerman just being released now. Fresh set of mediums to play with. Let's see what the gap's looking like. He's lost a bit of time, 7 seconds back from Rob Scott. He's 17.6 seconds down from Cutler. But he has got the fresher set of mediums on, and he will have the extra special super fresh set of softs on when he comes in, so he should be able to put some decent lap times in. We'll see if that benefits him. Hatterlad in fourth then, just 3.7 seconds back. Hopefully, they will get their softs on at the end. They'll come together and have a little bit of a punch up again. It's a little bit strung out at the minute. We've got a bit of a punch up here between Ricky J, Giraffe Head and Old Crawler. Ricky J's just come out of the pits with a fresh set of softs on. needs to make those work. Giraffe Head chasing him down, just about a second back, with Old Crawler three-quarters of a second back. Number one Pops having a bit of a lonely race at the minute. 10 seconds to that fight in front. 42 seconds back to this man, Forky Jonesy. But it does seem to be all about Chris Cutler tonight. 10.2 seconds over Rob Scott. Still 7 seconds between these two. Keeps that gap between Cutler and Millerman at 17 seconds. He is bringing that time down a little bit, a few tenths. I don't think it's going to be enough to be able to drag it back towards the fight with Cutler at the end. We'll see though. Still that super fresh set of mediums on board. Still pulling time from Hatterlad. He is bringing the time down between himself, Rob Scott and Cutler. So again, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, Hatterlad losing a little bit more time to Millerman. IT43 holding 5th. Again, a little bit of a lonely race. Some big gaps either side. Aldo in 6th. D-Dot in 7th with a fresh set of mediums. So did well on the hards. Pushed his way through the field. Got himself back in the fight on a set of hards. So we'll see if he can do the same on a set of mediums. Again, there's some big gaps to try and make up here. He is 36.6 seconds back from race leader Cutler. Ricky J another 6.3 back in 8th. Old Crawler another 5.7 seconds back in 9th. Sorry, 5.5. He's closing that gap up. Number one Pops sitting in 10th. Looks like we've lost Giraffe Head as well. Forky Jonesy just about to get lapped by race leader Cutler. Should be able to get him down here, I think. Go. So I think Forky Jonesy just backing off the throttle there on the straight to allow Cutler to squeeze through. Still 10.8 seconds above Rob Scott. Millerman brings the time down between himself and the two in front by another 2 seconds. We'll see Hatterlad 4th, but again losing a bit of time to Millerman. That gap to 6.3 seconds. His mediums almost at the end of their life. 22, nearly 23 minutes left. A little bit early for a set of softs, unless you want to blow those out too by the end of the race. IT43, oof, dips a wheel. Holding 5th at the minute. Aldo 6th. D-Dot in the background 7th. Again, he's taken a second out of the race leader. Don't think it'll be enough. It definitely won't be enough to get back up to Cutler. Big gaps then really now. There's number one Pops. We just catch him getting a bit of a driftathon as he runs off track on Dingle Dell. Forky Jonesy now in the thick of other drivers. Still keeping good pace with Cutler though. Again, new driver this season, Forky Jonesy. Not sure how much sim racing experience he's had. Oh! why, but he keeps it pointing in the right direction. So, have we seen a little mistake from Rob Scott somewhere? Starting to see a bit of wear on his mediums. That gap between himself, yeah, I think he has made a little mistake. Because the gap between himself and Cutler's extended by about 1.5 seconds, and the gap between himself and Millerman behind has dropped about 1.5 seconds. We'll see what this lap time is. It's about 1:42.5 or 1:43. Oh no. 1:41.6. Millerman now just 2.6 seconds behind him. Cutler extending up front though, 12.4 seconds, 12.3 now. Rob Scott's tyres looking a little bit worn out. Millerman closes the gap, 2.7 seconds. Rob Scott will not make it easy though. He'll activate all the cheat codes he can. Up, down, left, right, L1, L2, X, circle, square, triangle. All of those. You'll get a free jetpack. Not coming down quick enough for Millerman's liking. Those gaps still at 2.8, 2.7 seconds. No battles at all at the minute on track. Everybody spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. D-Dot is closing up on IT43. IT43 is on the back bumper of Aldo. Sticks a wheel on the grass through Dingle, slows him down, has to take the tighter line through Sterling's. Can IT43 benefit from it? Think about slinging one up the inside at sorry, not Sterling's. What's that blooming corner called? Clark's. Still hunting him down though. All the time, D-Dot Racing just tucked in the background, looking for a way through. So, where have you gone? Rob Scott, been in the pits then, taken on that final set of tyres, a set of racing softs, 18 minutes remaining. That should do it for him. Hopefully he's got enough fuel on board as well. That does push Hattelad into third, but he has not taken on that last stop yet. And he is only 4.8 seconds above Rob Scott, so he's not going to keep that position. Millerman, unfortunately, he's brought that time down between himself and Cutler down to 14.2 seconds. Neither driver taking their final stop yet. They'll probably do it at the 15-minute mark-ish. But it's going to take a drive of genius, I think, for Millerman to be able to close that 14 seconds down in 17.5 minutes. It's not impossible. He is still bringing the times down on Cutler, 13.8. Again, they both got the soft tyre to play with at the end. So Hattelad stops out again. Rob Scott comes through. He's already taken his final stop, keeping himself perfectly safe from Aldo, D-Dot and IT43. So D-Dot has made his way through. IT43, possible little mistake on that lap, allows D-Dot to take 6th for the time being. So again, it is only Rob Scott that has taken the final stop, I believe. Oh, old Crawler. He's been in a wall somewhere. He's got all sorts of damage. He comes in the pits for his final stop. He'll have the softs to play with as well. Number 1 Pops yet to stop as well, out on the hards. Forky Jonesy yet to take his final stop. also, sorry, he's out on the mediums at the minute. So Rob Scott coming past Forky Jonesy on the hunt for Hatalad in front. He has brought that time down, 2.1 seconds. And closing. So 29 seconds back from race leader. Going to struggle to bring that gap down to anywhere manageable. Hatalad's going to lose a lot of time when he comes in on his final stop, so that'll put him halfway down the field. It depends who else comes in as well, though. Cutler and Millerman both stay out again. Very similar on tyre wear. Gap down to 13.6, not coming down. Only made up 0.2 of a second on Cutler in that last lap. Hatalad then through Paddock Hill, keeps it on track, but his front left is absolutely bleeding pain at the minute. Rob Scott all over the back of him. Hatalad's not going to make it easy. Gives plenty of room. We should see Rob Scott be able to get this position up back straight here, I'd have thought. Gets a better run through Surtees, that's for certain. Carries the speed through. It's nothing Hatalad can do here. Rob Scott's already got the pull on him. Oh, Hatalad's thinking about keeping it in. He's not going to be able to carry the speed through like Rob Scott can. And there it is, Rob Scott into third position. Now 16 seconds back from Millerman. Stays out for another lap. Millerman stays out for another lap. Still, and only another 0.2 taken off Cutler's time. So there will be a bit of a fight here brewing here. Hatalad comes in. Aldo comes in. D-Dot stops out. A little bit of a penalty to lose for himself. Not taking his final set of tyres yet either. Ricky J stops out. IT 43. So he's been in. Fresh set of softs on board for him. Old Crawler we saw come in the pits. He was covered in damage. Back out on his final set of tyres, the softs. Number 1 Pops is out on the softs. Forky Jones, he is yet to take his last stop. Wait for these two. Millerman then gets himself past number 1 Pops. Sorry, Cutler gets himself past number 1 Pops. Millerman another 13.3 seconds behind him. Again, he's bringing that time down. 13 minutes remaining. 13 seconds to try and gain. Both drivers got the soft tyre for their final stint. Cutler maybe just held up a little bit by number 1 Pops, or maybe struggling a teeny bit on those hards. He's still not coming in this lap though. Millerman also stays out. Gap at 12.6 seconds. Not stopped yet either, or has Ricky J. Aldo's back out in the pits with his set of softs on for his final stint. Hatalad also final stint set of softs, but lost a lot of time to Aldo, maybe having to put in a little bit more fuel. IT 43 on his softs. Yeah, everybody out on the softs now. DDR Forky Jones, he comes in for his softs as well. So now, oh, D-Dot's in, Ricky J's in. I think it is just the front runners we're waiting for to pit. 11. Oh, Cutler's run himself off track. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Let's see what that does to the gap between himself and Millerman. Still saying 12.6 seconds. 12.4, 12.3, 12.1. 11.5. Is Cutler, he's making mistakes all over. He's under pressure from number 1 Pops to get that position back. It does look like he's trying to hold the inside line. Probably going to come in the pits this lap, Cutler. Oh, he's trying. Oh, unfortunately, he's tried to turn into the pits, and number 1 Pops was right there with him. It's going to slow him down even more. Millerman decides, I'm not having that. I'm staying out. Ten and a half minutes remaining. Cutler just being released in the pits there, right behind Millerman. So he'll have his soft set of tyres to play with. Should make short work of the gap between himself and Millerman here. Millerman also might just be able to come in for a set of tyres and not take on board any fuel. 3.2 seconds the gap, 10 minutes remaining. Millerman has got to pit, so he'll lose that position. He's got to be careful he doesn't lose it to Rob Scott here as well. He's only 13.8 seconds down. Cutler wasn't in the pits for that long, so it could be Millerman coming out side by side with Rob Scott. And then it'll be a fresh set of softs versus a semi-beaten up set of softs for the last few laps. Any other battles? D-Dot then and Hatterlad 5th and 6th at the minute. D-Dot didn't get that damage repaired all race, and he's done pretty well with it. Can Hatterlad keep him in check? Can he get the position back? IT43 under no threat at the minute. He's got one of the race leaders closing up on him. Ricky J then, Ricky J in 8th. So Millerman, let me just flick through there. Sorry, Millerman comes into the pits now. Cutler retakes race lead. And it's all about where this man comes back out. Millerman gets released. Where's Rob Scott? Oh, he's just behind him. 1.7 seconds the gap. Again, Millerman on that brand new fresh set of softs versus Rob Scott's few laps old softs. Should work in Millerman's favour, but don't discount Rob Scott here. Gap at 1.6. But Cutler off and away up front again. Another 8.4 seconds and 8 minutes remaining. Gap stretching already between Millerman and Rob Scott, so it's looking to be a safe bet that Millerman will hold the position from Rob Scott. Again, no direct battles really. D-Dot stretched a little bit more time out over Hatterlad. That gap up to 1.1 out of the slipstream range then for Hatter. IT43, no fight for him at the minute. Same for Ricky J, big gaps either side. Old Crawler, big gaps either side. Forky Jonesy, sorry, number 1 Pops, big gaps either side. And Forky Jonesy, big gaps either side. So they did close up for a second, but it literally was a second. Gap still at 8 seconds, 7 minutes remaining. Tyre Whisperer said all the right things. Unlike Alien Swift, who just went straight in for a probing. Straight, dry probing is what he did. And it kicked him out. Didn't like that. Still putting a little bit of time here, Cutler. Scott still not quite out of it. Still at 3 seconds between himself and Millerman. Hattelad and D-Dot still stretching the gap out. So Hattelad unable to regain that time between himself and 5th place D-Dot. Forky Jonesy just having Ricky J come through. It was a good mid-race battle for 3rd though. Had 7 drivers at one point, all looking to try and make their way past Rob Scott, and drivers swapping and chopping all over the place. So 5.5 minutes remaining. Oh, the gap's come down between Cutler and Millerman. It stretches straight back up though. It come down to 6 seconds and now it's straight back up to 7.4. So maybe a little mistake by Cutler, followed by a little mistake from Millerman. Cutler yeets it into Surtees. Time is coming down, but 4.5 minutes left with 7.3 seconds to try and gain on Cutler. It is going to take a mistake, I think. If it's going to happen anywhere, it's going to happen right there at Dingle Dell. Takes about half a second out of Cutler. Again, it's not going to be enough. Both drivers on a brand new fresh set of soft tyres. I'll say that, and again Millerman brings the time down. 6.6 seconds. Just running out of time. 3.5 minutes remaining. He still wins tonight with Millerman. We spoke about this earlier due to the awesome livery he's got on. It's the best livery of the night, therefore he wins the race. Maximum points, fastest lap, pole, driver of the day, clean race, best checkered roof. And some other stuff. Gap still at 6.7 though. 3 minutes remaining. It's actually Hattelad holding fastest lap of the race, but that'll be disqualified at the end of, obviously, because of Millerman's expertise and awesomeness. Is Millerman now back on the same straight. He does pull a bit of time on Cutler through the back half of this circuit, but it's definitely not going to be enough. They're going to see 2 laps. You're going to have to miss out like the whole of Druids and stuff. Just peel right now and go on to Graham Hill Bend. Cut that whole bit out. So the gap at 5.8 seconds with 2 laps remaining. Again, it's going to be very unlikely we see a mistake from Cutler. I'm not saying it's impossible, but a decent set of tyres on board. Nobody really giving him any threat. He's got a driver in front. He's just got to navigate his way round. Number 1 pops in front there in 10th. Let's see where Millerman brings this time down. 5.7 seconds as it stands. Oh, he's gone wide through there though. Loses time. The advantage was always in Cutler's favour, but it's just been advantaged a little bit more. That's a real word, that is. Don't question it, right? So the gap at 6.4. 45 seconds left. It'll be about 35 by the time they hit the line. There it is, 37 seconds left on the race clock. This will be last lap for the race leaders. Millerman 6.3 seconds back. Yeah, without Cutler yeeting it into the sand, I don't think Millerman's got a hope of first here. Well, he's won, like I say, it doesn't matter. You're disqualified, Cutler. Anybody else having a fight? D-Dot actually closing up on DMK Aldo, 1.4 seconds. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Worn set of softs on for Aldo. D-Dot, oh, his tyres are very similar. Gap down to a second. Oh, Hatterlad just not quite making it across the line for another lap, so he does take 6th position here. Hatterlad, IT43 is going to come home in 7th. Ricky J takes 8th, backwards and into the pit exit. Forky Jonesy comes through there like an absolute tornado. He comes home in 11th. Old Crawler is going to take 9th. Number 1 Pops is going to take 10th, but let's just have a look. The Tyre Whisperer. Got to keep an eye on that fight between Aldo and D-Dot as well. Oh. Cutler then comes into the final turn with a 6.2 second lead over WPR Millerman. Flashes his lights as he comes up to the line. Great big handbrake to sling it across the line. Millerman comes through. Oh, we just missed number 1 Pops, apologies. Millerman comes through backwards to take 2nd, but wins. Rob Scott is going to take 3rd position. A good battle, Rob, but just not enough tonight to keep it with those top 2. Aldo, is he going to hold on to 4th? I don't think D-Dot's close enough to get the slingshot. He's flashing the lights though. So it is Aldo that takes 4th, D-Dot takes 5th. We've run through the rest of the pack, apart from Forky Jonesy, who came flinging through, and number 1 Pops. There you go, round 6 done and dusted. Cutler taking the win. Pole position as well. But you don't get it, Millerman gets it. Best livery of the night, wins everything. So yeah, unfortunately we lost Alien Swift through that. Just connection issues, unfortunately. We also lost a Giraffe Head. Didn't have a great night, to be honest. He was left on the left on the grid when mentioning that the grid was wrong. There wasn't a restart, and he ended up, what, a few seconds back, 10 seconds back probably. It's a bit of a shame. And then, yes, ended up leaving the lobby. I think a little coming together with Old Crawler. I didn't see it, but it happens. That's what happens, unfortunately. Can't always be helped. It's not always intentional, obviously. We don't ask for that here. We don't want that kind of crashing and a banging. Hence why we do private lobbies, not just open up, open up to the public to come and race, because the general public are idiots, as you all know. Rob Scott, no problem at all. So yeah, that was round 6, done and dusted. Some great racing in the middle section for that 3rd position, but yeah, all just stretched out by the end. No real battles going on. Again, the Tyre Whisperer coming into his own. Said all the right things in the tyre blankets, under the tyre blankets last night. The tyres were obviously listening, took it to heart. And that's it, delivered for Cutler. Rob Scott unable to quite find the right cheat code. He didn't get the jetpack this time. He got, Wasn't quite the wooden spoon, but third place. That's unfortunate. And yeah, that's going to be about it from me. We're back same time, same place next week, 8:30. Come and check it out Monday. If you want to help my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can go over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker and drop a donation on there if you want. Or I'd much rather you ended up hitting me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com, and for the same price as a buy me a coffee donation, I can ship you some stickers out. Again, I've got stickers and t-shirts available if you want any of those, so let me know. darksmoker@googlemail.com. That's pretty much going to be it from me tonight. It's been a warm one in this little square box of mine with 50 million electronic components running. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me. Come and check it out same time, same place next week. Other than that, tell your mates, tell your mums, my name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.